Welcome to the Art of Hitting channel. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the hitting club and how we do our bat reviews. Our bat reviews are very honest, we don't spend a lot of time on them. Batting session, a couple hours hitting them, but we try to give you what we see and what we feel and from our experience. And we got a bunch of different guys, size, weights, levels. Listen to our explanation.
Okay. So Ed, I hear that your bat reviews, which are popular and getting a lot of views, they're wondering why every single review is positive. Do you not? Why is that?
Well, I mean, let's look at it from a standpoint. I get your point, and it seems that way, but you got to listen to the nuances of the guy that's giving you the feedback. I'm not scripting these guys at all. I don't script anything I do. I'll cut out like goofy shit that you say. Not really. That's just a joke. But no, I don't. We're not going to put out bad stuff other than we're going to give the opinion of the guy swinging the bat. What else get, and really none of these bats are bad. And the difference between the great bat and a good bat is probably like the act, and that might mean 15 feet.
Except for the combat bat is a lot better than the other ones.
The combat is really like, and the Foster there, but there's other bats. I mean, unless you have an objective goal or benchmark that you have, and I haven't found a way to do that. I'm going to try. Well, even bat speed doesn't do it. So I don't know. I mean, in your mind, what would you say would be an objective way to evaluate the bat?
What you're saying makes sense. So in other words, when we review the bat, we could be a little bit more nuanced and say, like, we don't have to say it's a bad bat. We could say, almost not saying good and bad, but saying.
How do you use the word nuance?
Nuance is very particular. Like, you're very close to, you're more detailed. You're saying it specifically, oh yeah, this bat. So you don't have to say the bat's bad. You can say, well, this is what's good about it, and it's not so strong about that. So you can
that's
be.
That's kind of what we're doing. We're going on the guy that's swinging it. And one guy's opinion is different than the other. That's why when you got a range of players like yourself, we'll call you an amateur versus the pro.
Yeah.
Okay, like a Bob O'Brien or a Gary Benton. In context, Gary's not really a pro, but he hits like a pro. I mean, there's a lot of guys running.
You're saying
around.
I don't hit like a pro?
Well, you're not a big home run hitter. Home runs. When you hit about the pros, they're not talking about pros that hit base hits.
Oh, okay. So if you just hit base hits, you're not a pro.
Have you ever seen one of these pros get up there? That's why on the front of my video, I put my 50-year-old self there, because I can't hit that ball like that anymore. And Frank, I taught you how to hit, and now I think I need to come back to your club and get some hitting lessons. So. It's all different. It's all. We are not programmed to do all positive reviews. Okay. It's up to the individual, and we don't want to put negative stuff out because I don't think that's good.
All right. So are you guaranteeing that if someone says, I don't like this bat, you won't cut them out of the video? Are you guaranteeing that?
I'm not going to, if they say I don't like this bat,
yeah, would you cut them out?
I would say, why don't you like it?
Oh, fair enough. That's fair, yeah.
Because I could say that I've said I don't like it because, but it's a good bat. Yeah. I'll say, hey, I don't like it. It don't feel good to me. I don't even swing the combat much.
Yeah.
Okay, because I go back to a bat that feels good for me.
Yeah.
And basically, I've talked to so many people and I've been going through this now. I've been in the senior ball for 28 years, and everybody, including me, I got 30 bats or more in my garage, and some of them haven't been opened.
Yeah.
So if somebody says, "Oh, this bat is really great," I'll go buy it to see how great it is, but it don't feel good.
So most of our bats are probably. The ones that might be bad, we probably don't review them anyhow. So you're pre-selecting a little bit, like that they're already decent bats.
I'm taking bats I buy, one of you guys buy, the club here has a couple of guys that are Onyx guys, short porch guys. I know them all, and they're
Yeah.
all good guys. I mean, Vasquez with short porch, he's an innovator, been in the game, knows his stuff about bats, man. He you know, I don't want to ever get an argument
Yeah.
with him about a bat detail or anything like that. I'm just a player that has so much experience that I feel like I know bats. I can look at a bat and see how it jumps off.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes back when people, you know, when I was playing, when there's guys doing a lot of illegal bats, I could tell which illegal bat, illegal bat.
Yeah.
Especially you're up close because it's the, you know, you hear it.
Yeah.
You hear it, you sense it,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what everybody wants in a bat is, oh, that sounds good, man.
Yeah. The sound.
It's like when you hit that baseball when you're a baseball player.
Yeah.
Those you can remember back that ball.
Yeah.
That ball jump, smack, boom, snap, and you can tell when a home run hits in softball usually when you hear.
Yeah.
You know, I'm embedded with my son's team, 50s team.
Yeah.
Them guys hit, you know, 20 home runs in a game sometimes.
Yeah.
You know. And you know, you see what real power is like. But I'm off the subject a little bit. Did I make my point on?
Yeah, you did. So basically, that we are being honest about the bats.
Yeah, and I don't want anybody to think that we aren't.
And we're not getting paid. There's no. These are just our feelings. So.
Yeah.
You're not being sponsored or anything like that. Yeah.
And you got to try to bat out anyhow. What we say about everything, but you know, I get a lot of comments, you know, like when I put the Benelin bat out, you know, I say this is a bat that everybody should try, and you get all kinds of comments, you know, from people. And those comments are accurate.
Yeah.
That's their feeling.
Yeah.
So we're giving you the honest opinion, like everybody else does.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's a lot better than us being with Mike and just pushing Mike and stuff.
Yeah.
And we like Mike because some guys are good guys.
Yeah.
We like Suncoast; they're good guys. Don't know anybody from Onyx except the guys here.
Yeah.
But it's about the feel of the bat.
Okay. Well, thank you for the interview, Ed.
Yeah. I got a little rambling. Gary Benton, back from a couple surgeries and stuff. Are you feeling good now, big boy?
I'm feeling okay. I wouldn't say good yet.
Yeah.
Actually, this is the first time really live swinging. You know, after my last surgery, so trying to get there.
Well, Gary's one of our better hitters here. Actually, probably run the contest for hitting it the longest, the farthest, the hardest between him and Dano and Elmer. Who else are the big hitters? Liam?
John Hanna, Scott Rose.
Who?
John Hanna, Scott Rose.
Scott Rose, yeah. Hanna and Scott Rose, huge. Yeah. But listen, I'm here to talk to you about bat reviews. I just done a little short interview about the club's, I don't want to say honesty or the validity of the bat review. So my point was, and I want you to verify that, is no one's told what to say or what to do during a bat review. I bring a bat out here, we have you swing it, and we get your first-hand opinion. But what do you think about the bat reviews? I mean, should you, if you hear us tell you it's a good bat, all we're doing is saying, this is a good bat, you should try it out. You know, before you buy. You don't buy anything without trying it out, right?
Absolutely. No, I think the guys are absolutely being honest, and I think what a lot of people are missing is that the bat companies are doing such a good job, and really the top performing bats versus the mid-tier bats that are senior bats that we're talking about. You're talking about what, 15, 20 feet? A lot of people sit there, and that's huge when you're talking about you're trying to gain that additional 15, 20 feet, but really it's not. It's not a big deal. I mean, because you got guys, if they're hitting the ball 300 feet, all of a sudden, you know, you had a 15 feet, well now they're hitting at 315, 320. But, and when we talk about our reviews, I think that's what we get is that all the bats, they're really close in performance-wise. What comes into play in my mind is that how long is it going to take to break in? How many swings do I have to put on before it breaks in and reaches its max potential? And then how long is it going to last? To me, right now, for us, not, you know what, we don't get paid to play ball. We don't get free bats. We have to go out and take out of our pocket and go buy bats. We want bats that are going to perform, but we also want bats that are going to last. And I think that's really the big separator that a lot of people have kind of shied away from talking about. You know, and that's why I'm so intrigued about the short porches right now, because with the new Kevlar technology, and I can't say whether it's going to sit there and be a great bat or not, but I'm intrigued to try it because it's the Kevlar. One thing they're touting is that it is going to last. And that's what I think the consumer wants. You know, everybody's talking about that. The consumer wants a bat that's hot as the wrapper, and they don't care whether it lasts 100 swings or 200 swings. That's not true.
I don't know if I don't. I believe what I'm going to tell you is true, but it's just you know, the Suncoast people told me that Kevlar's been in their bats for the last 6 or 7 years, and I think there was some, you know, well that's what I was told, so I'm not going to expand on that. But
Right.
the guy that told me, I trust him. So
Yeah.
you know, somewhat of this stuff is
Right.
marketing.
It
But
is.
we're not a marketing tool of anybody.
Right.
Right.
Right, and I think that when everybody comes in and they sit there and talk about the bat, they're talking about the trampoline effect off the barrel. They're talking about how it feels in the hands, and I think they are being truthful in that it is a good bat. Is it the best bat out there on the market at that time? You know what? That's to be seen and everything. And again, it's negligible. And if you're not taking enough swings and you don't really know where your distance is or your typical feel, how do you really know what's the best of 3 good bats? You know, it's what feels good that day. But again, like I said, I go back to one is how long is it going to last, and the other thing that a lot of people aren't really focused on, or some people are, but I talk to a lot of folks and they're like, what do you swing, 26, 27, 28? And I'm like, well, it depends on the bat. And what I mean by that is that how is it loaded? Like this new bat right here has got a totally unique load, where they're saying that it's loaded on the end and it's loaded here. It's got a mid load and an end load. That supposedly give you a different feel.
That's a DDT bat right there.
It
right?
is. It is a dual distribution bat by Short Porch, and again, I mean, it's a new concept. Is it going to work? I don't know. I'm definitely intrigued by the concept, and I want to try it out. But there's so many good bats on the market. The Worth Bedlam, I'm hearing a lot of rave reviews on that, and I came out here, and I didn't get to swing it myself, but I got to see the live reactions, and I'll tell you, there were some guys that were absolutely giddy swinging that bat. You know what? The Combats, good bats. The Eastern Empires, good bats. A lot of the
Well, you know, the bats we've featured here, every one of them that we said was good is good and sound like hell. Them Combats and the Mario Fosters, you seen it here. I won't say first because I think, but we were close to first. Well, Combat, we may have been first.
Pretty
You know,
close.
we sold out like 500 bats overnight.
Yeah.
And I don't think any people out there are going to tell you any bad things about the Combat.
No.
But people, I just did this video for one reason, that we're honest out here, right, Gary?
We absolutely are. And if you're going to choose a bat, and I think Ed said it before, it all comes down to one, all the bats are so close in performing, it comes down to how long is the bat going to last for you, and how does it feel in your hands. So that's all I got.
Okay, man, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget to hit subscribe.